At EMC, we get several calls every year from companies that are struggling to get clear on their obligations under the Australian government's Energy Efficiency Opportunities Program. So we thought we'd put together a short video to provide new entrants in 2013 with an overview of the program. At first, EEO can seem complex, but it's actually very straightforward. So it starts with the determination of whether or not you need to participate in EEO, and that means looking at the energy use of the company for the financial year that ended 30th of June 2012. It's a self-assessment and you have several months to make this determination. You can usually figure it out very quickly just by looking at your NGERS data. If your company trips the threshold, then you had until the 31st of March to submit your registration form, and that form can be downloaded from the EEO website. And then the next step is to put together an assessment plan. You can download a template for that as well from the EEO website. You need to get your assessment plan lodged by the 31st of December 2013, and it's a really good idea to draft this early and send it to EEO for review prior to the deadline so that you can get some feedback and make changes. Once your assessment plan is approved, then you need to turn your attention to the first assessment. And you will have described this briefly in your assessment plan. You need to get started with the actual energy efficiency work, which is really the substance of the program. It's essentially a good and thorough analysis of how energy is used and transformed in the business and the energy efficiency opportunities that exist within the organization. And we put a diagram in the video. That diagram is taken from the EEO Assessment Handbook, which you can also download from the EEO website. And there's some other resources there as well, like the Energy Mass Balance Guide. The first assessment should be completed by the 30th of June 2014, and we highly recommend getting started on this early in the year to ensure this deadline is met. It doesn't necessarily need to cover the entire business. It could just focus on one business unit or division. But by the end of the 5-year cycle, you will need to have conducted assessments that cover at least 80% of total energy use. So a report to the government is due by the 31st of December 2014, and a public report needs to be published by that time as well. And templates for both are available from the website. You need to publish public reports every year for the rest of the program cycle, and you'll be reporting on the opportunities you identified and any new assessments that have been conducted. There are several case studies available on the EEO website. 3 in particular that were authored by EMC are the analysis of diesel use for mine haul and transport operations, the Aluka Resources case study, and most recently the Systems Optimization case study. And you can download all of those from the EEO website. So overall, the program is quite straightforward, and like all compliance-based programs, it is possible to do EEO at least cost. But really, the processes and deadlines of the EEO program can be leveraged to put the business case for energy efficiency front and center on the executive agenda, and to ultimately make senior managers more decisive on the implementation of energy efficiency projects. So that's EEO in 3 minutes. Hope it's been helpful. If you'd like to discuss any aspect of this, then feel free to contact EMC at any of the numbers or addresses on the screen.